Are you ready for some mind games? Because you've just tuned into the very first episode of The Gaslighters, the show where facts are invented and the only thing that matters are your powers of manipulation. I'm your host, Michael Liddicoat, and I'm here to watch the chaos unfold with our 5 competitors. Say hi, competitors.
Hi.
Here's how the game works. Each round, one of you is going to be the judge, and 4 of you will get to be our gaslighters. For the first round, Cherish, you will be our judge. Say hi, Cherish.
Hi.
Each of you 4 will be given an answer, which you have on your laps. One of those answers is the correct answer, but none of you know which one it is. I'll then read a statement, and you will use everything in your powers to convince our judge, Cherish, that you are the true and correct answer. Are you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Then let's get started. Adam, would you read your answer?
Yes, I am Foam Finger.
Foam finger. Rebecca, would you read your answer?
Team mascot.
Chrissy.
Flying lawnmower.
And Bradley.
A meteor.
Yeah.
Cherish, it may surprise you to find out that during a halftime show in 1976 at New York Shea Stadium, a fan was killed by one of these. All right, who would like to go first? Bradley?
Here's the thing. I kind of feel bad because about one person every 10 years is killed by a meteor. And very rarely is that ever televised, but it happened in the 1970s. I wish it was more sensational. I wish it was crazier. Now, obviously, you can't watch that footage. You have to go to the dark web if you want to see that person killed by a meteor.
Yeah.
But if you want to, I'll pull it up on my phone. I will pull it up on my phone.
Why do you
and
have
if
the
you
dark
want to
web
see
on
a
your
person's
phone?
head bludgeoned to death by a rock, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you.
Bradley, what else do you look up on the dark web?
I have.
Bradley, if a meteor actually were to do that, it would do more than just...
Not were. I will show you the video. Can I show for the video?
First
Can
of
I
all,
just show her the video?
a video
Famously
from the
great
70s.
for audio
Yeah.
medium.
Listen,
People
let's cut it in right
If a
now
meteor-
to show that dead man.
Were to hit somebody, if it was actually a meteor, it would leave a crater. It would kill more than just one person. It would probably destroy the stadium.
No.
Or kill
Have you seen
everyone
that
in the
lady
surrounding
in the
area.
2010s who got hit on the hip by the meteor? Like, it bruised her very
so
well.
you're saying that, like, as
So it was
it's
a-
burning
You're saying a
through the
fragment.
atmosphere, it
Not
basically
pebble.
got
It becomes
meteor.
smaller and smaller.
Chrissy.
Okay, so this is one of those times where my age is actually going to play to my advantage. These youngsters, and I know it doesn't
Okay.
look like I'm the oldest one here, Adam, but I am a 70s kid. I was around. I understand why they created AstroTurf. They had an incident at a game because they were resetting and they had a section of the grass, the blades were too long and they needed to clear it. And they hit a rock and the lawnmower flew and it hit somebody and ended their life. That is why we have AstroTurf.
Wait, did they
It
have
was a
physics? Did
flying
they have
lawnmower.
physics in the 1970s?
Yeah.
How did, so a
And
lawnmower hit a
baseball
rock,
fields
and the rock didn't
famously
fly.
full of rocks.
The
Famously
heavy
full of
lawnmower
rocks.
flew in the air.
It was a super amped up lawnmower.
I mean, she
Like-
said AstroTurf was brand new at the time. They're
Was it free
leaving
rock night
rocks
at the Shea
everywhere.
Stadium?
Yeah,
Was
it
there like a
yeah.
wave pool that was making the lawnmower fly in there?
It was the 70s. Lots of stuff were happening.
How often were they mowing during the game?
Rebecca.
I believe that it is a team mascot because team mascots are famously dangerous, violent, and prone to murder. And I think that Mr. Met, definitely in the 70s, probably skiing during that game and just happened to take out a fan. I think that we all know that and we all remember when Mr. Met did a lot of skiing.
Yeah. Famously.
Famously. Team mascot sounds okay, but the issue is it surprising? Wasn't the question or the statement?
No, I was surprised
she
to
would be
her.
surprised.
I was
Yeah.
surprised.
Okay.
Nobody else was.
But I feel like that's the thing that people would kind of expect mascots to accidentally kill people with all the shenanigans they have. But the big surprise is in the 70s is also when foam fingers were invented, but the process in doing it was still not really ironed out properly. And so some of the foam fingers, they used a concrete mixture with it as well to make sure it had the form, to give the
Yeah.
foam with the form. And so
Right.
they weren't actually as good. And so one of them actually fell from the highest parts of the stadium and hit a fan who was on the front row, very excited to be watching the game right in the front whatever it's called, right at the bleachers, and got hit in the head and died.
Yeah, so it must have been a bodybuilder who had that foam finger
Yeah.
because if it was
Yeah.
mixed with
Well, that's why it fell, because it
concrete.
was so fucking
Really?
heavy. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, you try holding one of those up. That was the
I
problem.
can't.
They were trying to give them substance to because they were too
Yeah,
floppy.
they
The
needed
foam
to
was too
stay
floppy.
erect
Not a
and-
lot of concrete, just a light,
Wow.
thin concrete barrier
Wow,
around
that
it, and
is
so it
ludicrous.
fell and killed somebody.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
ludicrous.
thin concrete barrier, like a M&M, it's thin candy shell.
Yeah.
Thank you for making my point. Exactly. Real life is weird
I
sometimes.
believe that Mr. Met has killer eyes before I believe that there's a concrete foam finger.
Cherish, you have a plethora of answers in
do.
front of you to consider. We have, of course, the historically accurate violence and murder cover-up that happens with mascots.
Did Gritty do this? We don't know.
We
Gritty
have
would do this.
the terminal velocity that can be reached by a foam finger.
Yep.
We have the you better pick me answer with Meteor. And we also have the reason for AstroTurf, which is lawnmowers. Which answer do you think
Flying
is correct?
lawnmowers.
The flying lawnmower incident of the 1970s.
Oh gosh.
Look it up on
These
his
are-
dark web.
I mean, I can be convinced of almost anything.
That's the thing we love about it.
That's why you're in the judge seat, I
Why
think.
I'm
works.
here. Oh gosh. I think, unfortunately, RIP for the person who passed, but the funniest answer would be the foam finger.
It's the
I
correct answer.
kind of want it to be the foam finger.
You kind of want it to be the foam finger, and that is why at a 1979 Jets versus Patriots game in the New York Shea Stadium, a halftime show featuring radio-controlled model airplanes took a horrific turn when one, shaped like a lawnmower, lost control and struck a spectator in the stands, killing him instantly.
Whoa!
The bizarre tragedy made national headlines and led to much stricter safety regulations for air shows and remote control demonstrations at sporting events.
Then what was that video I saw?
Chrissy, congratulations on your imaginary point for being our first Gaslighters to
Good
convince
job.
our judge. And next up, we're going to go to Rebecca. You're going to be our judge.
Ooh.
All right, it is time for our next round. And we're going to start with you, Bradley. What is your answer?
Mississippi.
Chrissy?
Disneyland!
Oh.
Yay, the happiest place on earth.
The equally exciting Delta Airlines.
Yeah.
Cherish. And Adam?
Carnival Cruises.
Sure.
Carnival Cruises. What possibly could be the statement? It is this. This place officially banned dildos in 2006. All right, who would like to go first?
Well, I will. Because in 2006, I took my children to Disneyland, and I was a single mother at the time.
Sure.
And I knew when they went into the kids area, Fantasyland, as you might.
What is about to happen here? I'm
Yeah.
so
I
excited to hear
excited.
this story.
Going.
I knew.
I
knew
can't wait.
They were going to go beyond a small world for a good amount of time, and
Yeah.
I was going
A
to have
long
some
line.
me time. Me time.
In the park?
As a single mother, you will do what you do. And so I took I took some of my own like extracurricular activities with me, and we had to turn around at the gate and go back. So we were able to get right back over to our hotel and return my extracurricular items because they can't go into the
Hey,
park.
Really thought for a second you were saying you're the reason they were banned.
No.
That's
But
really
that's
where I
how I
thought
found out. That's how I found out. That is how I found out that you cannot.
Right.
You cannot.
Had
for
you gone the
obvious
year
reasons.
You
before?
tried. Yeah.
Had you gone the year before?
I know.
I
I
really
would have
love-
had a much better time at Fantasyland had I gone the year before.
I'm going to say Carnival Cruises is already known as like the, well, it's like the Temu of cruise lines. You know,
Right.
it's where you go when you really don't have the money to go for a real cruise.
no.
It's like you go there just because it's awful.
Bradley, you have a cruise?
I'm
look
saying
like-
this. These are all my own personal opinions. Let me just say this as as someone.
Gaslighters
making
do not
sure,
approve of any.
but,
Well, I guess you know what? We're not going to get them as an
Yeah,
advertiser
yeah,
now.
absolutely. Yeah, no carnival. But
Probably
so
not Disneyland.
essentially, they basically decided what else can we do because everybody was just all the activities were so terrible. The food was so terrible. Everybody was just literally staying in their cabins and masturbating. And Carnival was like, how do we get people out? Onto the decks. How do we get them in the pool? Going to the really shitty comedian who's performing. How do we get them on they're watching the terrible shows that we pay low budget for? How do we do this? We have to ban dildos because
Yeah.
then people are going to stop fucking themselves and come out and at least see some of the shit we're paying for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of travel, actually,
Yeah.
the answer is Delta Airlines, and I'll
Sure.
tell you why. The Mile High Club. Have you heard of her?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah. When
I thought we were about to learn something there, but okay, got it.
Have you seen how small the bathrooms are?
I'll tell you, the struggle with the Mile High Club, getting in is difficult, mostly if you're single, finding a partner who's willing to join in the activity with you. Singles needed a way to join. They really did. And so they took their lonely hearts and their dildos right into that bathroom.
Sure.
And it became such a problem because, I mean, the line just remained through the entire flight. It was awful. Emergencies were happening. Nobody could attend to the emergencies. There were people having, cardiac events left and right, but the line into the bathroom
left and right.
everybody got dildo in hand. It was out of hand.
They were in hand in line?
They were ready.
I need my turn.
Bradley, what is your answer? And
Do
why is
you
it correct?
remember 9/11?
Sure, we all
Yeah.
Wow.
Bad
Wow.
time. Nobody liked it.
do. No.
Yeah. Mississippi really hated it. And they're like,
Yeah.
hey, we have to do something about 9/11. And they're like, where do we start? And they had an ad campaign. I don't know if you guys remember this ad campaign. They were like, hey, get the pee-pee out of Mississippi.
Oh my gosh.
And they started with dildos because they thought, really? How did we get to 9/11? Dildos. They were two phallic-shaped towers. And so that was the first step.
Sure.
They saw the towers go down and they're like, hey, we have to make this place safer. Should we maybe prevent guns? No.
No.
That's stupid.
Why would you do that?
No. They're
Makes
like,
no
hey,
sense.
should we maybe try and make schools safer? No, absolutely not. We have to go after the PP in the Mississippi.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
Call
And so
those peepees?
that's how they call them.
Life?
That was the ad campaign.
I'm just
they call
asking
it in
them
Mississippi.
personally, and then you call them peepees.
I call them peepees. Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
go, oh,
Just-
honey, you left out your peepees.
Rebecca, there are so many answers here.
So many choices.
You have, obviously, I'm the problem, it's me.
Yeah.
With Disneyland. You have dildos apparently on Carnival were the only way to self-pleasure.
Yeah.
Once they took that away, people had to be out of their cabins. You have Delta Airlines, the Mile High Frequent Flyers program we all
Sure.
wanted to be a part of. And then you have the famous slogan from the early 2000s, get your pee-pee out of Mississippi.
Yeah.
As the reason. What do you believe is the thing that was banned or that caused the banning?
Yeah, I mean, were all very convincing arguments, though. Chrissy, I think you just got kicked out of Disneyland. I don't think that was I think that was just about you.
That checks out.
I would love for it to be Mississippi.
It is. I don't know why.
I-
that love can be.
I'm feeling like it could either be the cruise line or I'm going to say it's Mississippi.
You're gonna say Mississippi.
Yeah,
I
it
think
feels
you're
like
right.
something
It's
that
gotta
feels
be
like something
Mississippi, I
Mississippi
think.
would do. They'd be like, we need to legislate dildos before
Yeah,
anything
that'll,
else.
That'll make people say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
But
absolutely.
child brides are still
Yeah,
okay.
child bride on the table.
Bradley, in 2006, Mississippi officially made it illegal to sell or advertise sex toys, including dildos, under a law meant to ban obscene devices. The statute, originally pushed by conservative lawmakers, grouped sex toys with pornographic materials and carried fines and even possible jail time for sellers. Of course, that didn't stop people from buying them. Mississippians simply crossed state lines in order to buy and ordered online.
I do a lot of interstate crime by traveling with dildos across to Mississippi.
Right.
Yeah.
Bradley.
That is a freedom fighter.
Congratulations to Bradley and to Rebecca. You both receive a point. Now, Adam, it is your turn to hop into the judge's seat.
All right.
Come on.
I'm going to judge all of you.
All right. Bradley, would you go first with your answer?
Fuck! Yeah, that's the answer. I'm not.
Oh.
Okay.
We thought maybe you had Tourette's for a second.
No.
Just that 1 second, though.
Just that 1 second.
Chrissy, what is your answer?
Clean. Oh, this is fitting as well. Like,
Cherish.
Yeah.
Embarrass.
Rebecca.
Lick.
Interesting.
Complete this Australian slang term that means to get things done. I'm not here to blank spiders.
Interesting.
All right, who wants to go first?
Okay, it's fuck spiders, and here's why. If you try and fuck a spider, Adam, tell me what you think happens.
A spider gets fucked?
That spider is squished.
Yeah.
Presumably, I don't know how well endowed you are, but presumably that spider is squished. It does nothing. It's not for you. It's not for the spider. It does nothing. That's why the phrase is, I'm not here to fuck spiders. That was a good impression?
No, it was an impression. It was
Nerd.
words.
Okay. Well, that's why that's
Okay.
the phrase.
Arr.
I feel like I don't have to explain anymore because it's just
So-
accurate and correct.
I have many, many friends that live in Australia.
Oh my god!
And
You've got a family member probably.
no, actually, there's a band. They come visit, and it's a thing.
They visit.
But so, actually, Simo said it at my house one time because I was kind of spinning my wheels on something. He goes, "Well, you're not here to clean spiders," and I was like, "Okay, what does that mean?" And spiders are so common in Australia. I mean, they're everywhere. And if you spent your time cleaning up all the dead spiders or getting all the spiders, you're never getting anything else done, right?
You're saying that nobody in Australia cleans up after the dead spiders?
It would take too long, Bradley. We're not
People live in homes. It's not like they're in free.
They
shanties.
decompose. The snakes will get them. Just chill.
Yeah.
Cherish.
Adam, we both know that Australians have a really fun form of slang. For example, done in Australia can mean right. If you're talking about the done thing to do, it's the right thing to do. And so if we're talking about what we're going to do to spiders, embarrass, we're
Could I hear it in the phrase in an Australian accent? Please?
righto.
Good day.
Just let me.
You can
Self-set.
find it. You can find
You
it.
can find it.
We're gonna go out there and embarrass the spiders, mate.
That was pretty good.
That was
That was the best one so far, I have to
So
say.
far,
All right.
So yeah, it's just slang. It's slang. Nobody knows how it comes about. It comes and goes, and right now it's embarrassed.
I think there's people who know how it comes about.
No one knows. It's all a mystery.
Rebecca?
Yeah, so obviously everybody is wrong because we're not here to lick spiders. I mean, think about it like you're going to lick somebody, but in like that 1930s gangster kind of way. Something is.
Clarify what the 1930s gangster kind of
Yeah,
way
yeah.
of licking is?
Hey, now see, we're gonna lick these spiders.
That had no clarity, but thank you.
But it was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
I liked
it.
it.
Thank you for that.
I'm good with my 1930s accent. It's the only one I can do. But really, it just think about it. One, do you want to lick a spider? I know that's not my initial reaction when I see one. It's not immediately to lick it. I think that Australians like to play. I think a lot of times with slang, right, we like to play with opposites. So we say the opposite of what we mean. So they're not here to lick spiders. They don't want to lick them.
So they do want to lick.
So they do
spiders.
want to lick them, but
they-
they're here to
But
lick
I
But I
spiders.
think it
What that
also has
means.
to do with a little bit of like rhyming, like we're gonna flick the spider, like so
Yeah.
it becomes lick. It's
So I'm
how
not
they-
here to flick the spider.
Well, they're
I'm
not here
very
to lick
confused.
the
Right
spider,
after we
but they're gonna
embarrass
flick
it.
the spider.
Right after.
Yeah, it's
Could I hear the statement in the accent, please?
we're not here to flick spiders, mate.
Well, you have
Yours was
lick
lick, not flick, but okay.
And then that evolved over time
Oh
to
yeah,
lick.
well it evolved over time to lick. I think we all understand how
They drop
words
the
go.
F.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
the
words
F.
go.
And in that case, we know where slang comes from.
Yeah.
But in this one, we have
That
no
one-
fucking clue.
No.
That one
No
was
fucking
too
clue.
magically.
That's just-
Absolutely. Adam, you have definitely received some arguments here
Yes.
for you. Which one do you think is the most correct?
Well, it's hard. I do say Australians do have a lot of phrases that are very profane. So saying things like fuck a spider, I'm not here to fuck spiders, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Chrissy's a little bit too, like I'm not here to clean spiders because you don't actually, like I think of them as more cleaning, but embarrass a little less so. Lick actually also kind of
You
makes
weren't
sense just because it
convinced?
is kind of a nonsensical.
Tried so hard, Cherry.
Yeah. It was tough.
You do have the best accent.
So this
though.
is you did. So as far as judging, I was giving a
From
point
watching
purely
a
on
ton
that.
of Bluey, and they embarrass all over the place on Bluey.
They do not say this on Bluey.
They
No.
don't.
No.
So it is a
What about on the dark web?
Listen, I don't want to be known as the dark web expert.
Adam,
Too
what
late.
is the answer?
It's too late, Bradley. This is hard. I actually think it might be lick.
Gonna go with lick.
I do think it's I think it's absurdist enough that it makes sense.
Absolutely. The gloriously vulgar Aussie phrase, I'm not here to fuck spiders, has become such a national treasure. It is now printed on t-shirts, beer koozies, and even tourist souvenirs. It perfectly captures the Australian love of no bullshit bluntness, a mix of humor and practicality delivered with a wink. Linguistics trace it back to a working class slang from the 1980s, likely used on job sites to mean I've got a job to do, no time to waste. Congratulations to Rebecca for successfully convincing Adam that you had the correct phrase. And congratulations to Cherish, who will be receiving an honorary point for her best Australian accent. Bradley, it is your turn to be in the hot seat. Come on down. Rebecca, let's start with your answer.
Free ball it.
Free ball it. Chrissy.
Attend church.
Attends church. Cherish.
Have an OnlyFans.
Have an OnlyFans. And
Attend
Adam.
church.
Household chores.
Bradley, studies have shown that men who do this have better sex lives. Who's going to go first?
I'll start just because we'll start with the right answer and then we can go through all the shit after this.
Absolutely.
It's obvious. Household chores. You were married.
Okay, I don't know why I need to be accused this.
Now you're divorced. And I'm gonna guess it's because you didn't.
Okay, all right.
It's now because you didn't do
Are
any
you
chores.
trying to neg me right
No,
now?
I'm just saying I know it's because you didn't do chores. I know like that was probably a big aspect of it. And you just seem like a guy who's fastidious in what you wear, but your house is like probably a shambles, and you don't
right through
clean.
me.
You don't. I'm just guessing from all the stories I've heard about you, Bradley. And so we know that men who do chores in a relationship are going to get laid more often, because they'll actually be seen as an equal partner, not like another child that they're the spouse has to take care of. And so then the parent's going to want to have sex with the other parent because they don't see them as a kid anymore. So doing household chores in a relationship gets you laid more.
So I would just like to point out that if you are free balling it, you're more than likely letting your testes sort of be hanging loose, and that's normally when you're trying to have a child. So I think if you're free balling it, you're probably having more sex with your spouse because you're trying to have a child. So as we all know famously that tighty whities do in fact kill sperm, and they reduce your sperm count load. So when you free ball it, you're allowing your sperm to multiply and be ready to fertilize your wife's beautiful egg.
Oh my God,
That's
beautiful egg.
beautiful.
I would argue that a lot of men
Gorgeous egg.
would wear the tighty whities then because they don't want their sperm to work properly, so they don't get anyone
Well, I'm
pregnant.
saying in this particular instance, if we are free balling it, it is to procreate. And so you're going to have more sex when you're trying to have a child. Because you got to hit that. Women are only fertile for about 24 hours a month. That is a fact. I didn't make that up.
That's one fact you said in the entire thing.
One I'm correct on.
I didn't make
There's a
that
great
up.
part of the game is like, what was the one fact you actually heard in
Yeah.
Gaslighter?
Let the record show I knew one thing for certain.
Yeah. Well, obviously everybody in here could stand to attend church. But so
I can't. I tried. I caught fire, so I had to run out. That's why I don't have any hair.
that checks out as well. So no, when you attend church, normally as a couple and
Such a horny place.
yeah,
Ooh.
it is.
All
I
the
mean,
kneeling?
why else are so many people affiliated with church in trouble? It inspires all kinds of feelings. It inspires all kinds of feelings. You get all hopped up on that praise and worship, and then you come home super randy. And couples that attend church together, the men are having more regular sex. It is a proven fact, and it's probably in the Bible.
Did the statement say men or altar boys who attend church are going to have sex more often? That's the question.
Don't ruin this for me, Adam.
Bradley.
Yeah.
Bradison.
No.
You want to have better sex, don't you?
Okay. I don't know why you made eye contact with me and asked me that. That felt.
It was
You
very
want,
direct.
you
Yeah.
want, you want
Yeah,
your
that's-
sex life to be vastly improved, and I'll tell you how to do it, and that's to have an OnlyFans. I can sit here and tell you that sharing your body with the world would immediately make you more confident and therefore more willing to share it with your significant other, your partner, whoever. But I'm not going to tell you that. It's being an entrepreneur.
Oh.
Making money off of exactly who you are is the most freeing, liberating thing. What do you do with all that liberation? You go out and you fuck. Thank you very much. Have a good
I
night.
don't want to say how I know she's wrong.
I will say how I know she's wrong.
Is it because of
But
your
I
OnlyFans?
know she's wrong.
Do we get OnlyFans as a sponsor?
Yeah, as someone with an OnlyFans, I can say that it does not get you laid
As
more.
not only a purveyor of
Legitimately,
OnlyFans,
actually,
but as a member of
someone who does
OnlyFans.
exactly.
What I'm hearing is my argument was too convincing. Everyone,
They're really
Like, I
turning
just
on
want to say,
you.
like,
Really trying
It
to pull
doesn't
you
work.
down.
If you meet a woman at a bar and you say, "Hey, do you want to go make some content for my OnlyFans?" It does not get you laid more. So it does not work
unless you have a contract ready and you're willing to share the revenue.
unless you have a clean house because you did your fucking household chores.
And you've gone to
When
church.
a woman walks into your
and
apartment
you are freeballing
and
it.
sees a clean place that's you've actually done all your chores, you were more likely to have sex.
Bradley, you have been presented with lots of answers here today. One being that don't have sex with a child, have sex with an adult who can
Yeah.
do their own chores.
I
which
think we
is
can
a-
all get behind that.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to procreate, you're going to
Chris with the church
pro-make by freeballing. That dopamine hit, couples that pray together, sleep together.
Hallelujah.
And, you know, if you want to release the beast, you got to release the capitalist
Yeah.
with OnlyFans. Bradley, what is the
Money.
correct answer?
Wow. Oh, man. First of all, great job, everyone. I feel like everyone here really is doing sex. And that's. I'm so proud of you.
Well, then we are real good gaslighters.
As somebody. As someone who went to church for 30 years, I gotta be honest. It never once helped me get laid. And it feels like I don't know what your church is like. But you're going to a different church.
Which sex sect is she going to?
Sex sect, yeah.
That's a
It's a
cult.
good church.
Freeballing it makes a lot of sense to me. It's one less layer, so it's like ease of access. You didn't even make that argument. I'll make it for you. That's a good idea. When you're trying to have a kid, how many people do you think are like actively trying to make babies? What would you say percentage-wise?
I don't try to think about that because it's disgusting what you straight people do.
Fair. All right. Entrepreneurship versus chores. Because I feel like these two, sorry guys.
Listen, clean a toilet or make some fucking money.
Clean a toilet and then get used as a toilet. I mean, come on, we know the answer.
All right. You know what? Ironically,
Wow. Maybe try this. Gross.
I feel like OnlyFans are definitely fucking more often than regular people. I think if you have an OnlyFans, you're fucking.
It's
We're
your
not.
You're
job.
fucking.
Telling you,
I
we're not.
feel like
job.
you're getting laid more. So that I'm going OnlyFans.
Going OnlyFans.
Wrong choice.
Yeah.
Bradley,
I've never done chores. I don't even know.
That's
so
what I said earlier.
that would
made your
explain
point.
them.
Bradley, studies have found that men who regularly help with household chores, cooking, cleaning, laundry, and the like, tend to report more frequent and more satisfying sex lives.
But why?
A landmark study from the American Sociology Review in 2013 busted the myth that traditional gender roles make couples happier in bed. Turns out, when men share domestic duties, their partners feel more appreciated, less resentful, and more emotionally connected, which naturally leads to better intimacy.
Exactly.
This feels like an intervention, and
And that's
I don't
why,
like that my
Bradley-
girlfriend made this happen. And
And Bradley, that's why we are all gathered here to start reading facts about you. Fantastic. Great. Chrissy, it is your turn to be in the hot seat. Come on down. And welcome to our final round. You get to be in the hot seat this time, Chrissy. We are so excited. Would Adam, you read your answer?
Yes, I am lick fur.
Like for
Okay. I like where this is
Cherish.
going.
Make cooing noises.
Bradley,
blink slowly.
Okay.
Rebecca.
Share milk.
Well,
Chrissy?
that ruined it.
Sorry.
Researchers believe that doing this to a cat will get them to befriend you and open up to you. All right, who would like to go first?
I'll go ahead and start. Mine is lick fur, and David Attenborough actually did an episode of this talking about the animal kingdom and everything like that. You've probably seen cats with their babies and everything like that, that they lick them to announce that they're connected.
Right, yeah.
And he did a whole thing where they actually had human subjects licking the cats and seeing how quickly the cats would crawl in their laps, fall asleep, and trust them with that level of trust that cats and their kittens have. And it worked. So it's licking fur, oddly enough.
How much time did that take? But between the licking and the cat, trusting them more?
It was pretty quick, just like a cat with a kitten. When it licks it and the kitten knows that this is the mom, if you lick a cat, the cat will then immediately start to see you. I would say almost immediately. I wasn't like timing with like a nanosecond timer or anything, but like it seemed like it happened very quickly on the episode.
Okay.
So I'm famously a cat lady, proud one.
This is shocking.
And I happen to take care of all the strays and feral cats in my neighborhood. And one thing I'll
you're
tell
that
you
person.
about cats is that they're not going to let you lick them at all until they feel very comfortable and safe around you. And one of the easiest
Sorry, I
ways...
meant flick. It was Australian. I didn't. Sorry, I fucked up. Sorry, I meant to say flick fur.
But the easiest way to get them to trust you and see you as somebody who's safe is by providing them with food and any type of nourishment. So yes, you would want to get cat milk, which you can purchase at the pet food store, because cats cannot actually have dairy. They are lactose intolerant, and you will give them really, really bad diarrhea. Ask me how I know.
Wow. And this just
So
became
I would share the cat milk with them, so then they come to associate me with being fed, and they know that I'm somebody who's safe and they can trust them. And that's why now all the cats come to my house, because they know that I'm the safe person who gives them food.
So you're getting cat milk. You're claiming you're.
Yeah, you can buy it. It's meant for like abandoned kittens.
Where's the cat milk farm? Where are they doing that at?
Probably in Missouri.
Probably in Missouri.
That's where Ralph and Karina's headquartered. Do you guys know nothing?
So here's the thing: is obviously none of us even knew that you could. I mean, I actually didn't know, but they didn't know that you couldn't give cats dairy milk.
Yeah.
And I would say most people would think that you can because
Yeah,
it's a
and those
well-known
people are
myth.
wrong.
Yeah.
Well-known myth to
And
give
they're
cats milk.
They're harming cats.
Yeah, it's a trope that happens on TV
Yeah.
and movies all the time. So like it's
I've seen it in Disney films.
yeah, it's been portrayed
Yeah.
throughout society. So I definitely think that how could it be share milk then? Because nobody's going to think, oh, let me go off to the store and buy this probably really expensive niche cat milk in order to
does
give the
not
cat something
exist.
that's good for it. Let me give it the one that's going to make it shit itself
actively
instead.
trying to build a relationship with a cat, you were going to stop and go, like any relationship, what does this person need? What does this animal need? And how can I build a relationship and build a bridge with them?
This is how relationships
So
work.
if
This is actually, I was going to ask you, Bradley, like when people come to you and offer you milk, that's how you establish
Yeah,
trust
I'm a
and
milk
everything.
boy.
Yeah, yeah.
milk boy.
He's a milk
Bradley,
boy.
what is your answer?
Okay, here's the thing. We all know that cats are psychopaths.
Wow.
They're
Shots
absolutely.
fired.
No, that's just a statement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
sorry.
think anybody.
That's an objective fact here. Brad, this is the first fact that Bradley has shown.
Listen, what does a psychopath want? Control. It wants to know that you.
I don't like the way you're aggressively pointing at me while you're screaming about wanting control. Somebody needs you to back down.
This is how he tries to appeal to cats.
Right, yes, yeah.
No, this is the opposite because I have control of this right now. No, never mind. Okay. No, they want to know that you are their victim. They want your victimhood. And what do victims do? Blink slowly. Blink slowly, take it slow, let them know that they're in charge, let them know that they're
This
the
is
predator.
also how Bradley got his girlfriend.
She blinks slowly, but usually like an SOS pattern.
Yeah.
So for the obvious answer, we all know cats. We love them. I don't have one. My roommate does. And I am attached to her. She's the cutest little thing. Here's how I got her to love me. Okay. Cats purr. Famously. Okay. They love purring. They purr, especially when they're comfortable, when they're close to somebody they love. So here's what I did. I got on my hands and knees. I walked right up to Yona.
And licked it.
And I
Wow, all right.
and right after licking her, which really didn't do anything, I'll have to say. She was
Probably
kind of
enraged her.
mad.
Give it enough time.
I tried going to the dairy fridge at Petco. That did nothing for me.
Did you try blinking
I've never
slowly?
blinked in my life.
Which is the slowest blink there is. That's the slowest blink
What I
ever.
did was I said, "Hey, Yona,"
So you purred.
So you purred.
like a coo.
Well,
like
no,
a-
that's a purr.
I made little
That's a
cooing
pigeon sound.
like and she walked right up to me. And she is in my bag right now over there. Actually, she's
so
never
bring her
left.
over and I will lick her, and we will immediately see how quickly she crawls in my lap and falls asleep. She thought you were a pigeon because you were cooing,
She probably
not
thought you were
purring, and she
prey.
thought she was trying to eat you. She
And
didn't
now
wanna be
she's
with you.
obsessed with me.
She's trying to eat you because she's a psychopath.
Chrissy, when you think about the ways in which you're going to get a cat to be, coming to you and looking to you as building trust with them, there's probably things you haven't thought about today that you've been presented with. Things like the Attenborough-approved licking the fur method.
Supposedly.
The don't diarrhea them for
No,
help of giving
please
them milk.
don't.
The hey, you need to be a victim and blink slowly.
is
And
what
Bradley
they
knows
want.
a lot about being a victim.
Or
I'm being
the-
victimized on this show all the time.
Or the classic, just be like the Predator from the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and just make noises that they make and they will come to you.
Right.
Which of these feels the most right?
Well,
every time.
see, I didn't set out to be a cat person, but my daughter let a cat come live with us, and the cat used us for an Airbnb for a while, and I wanted Kyle. She named it Kyle. Thanks for that. And I wanted Kyle to be more permanent. And I'm not about to lick him because if I accidentally get a piece of his hair and fur in my mouth, I'm mad for days. I also knew. I think I just instinctively knew I'm not giving him milk. Right? I mean, I'm not its
You're
mother.
a good person,
Like
so
I'm
of
just
course
not
you
going to
know
do
that.
that. Blinking slowly. It just seems like I don't want to give him more control than he has, and
That's
I
the
think,
only way
like,
they want to be your friend.
But when I call my cat, it's bad enough that I'm like, Kyle, come here, and like, but I go, and he comes, and we're BFFs. I truly
Would you
believe.
say that that's a coup?
I don't know.
Would you say that that's a coup? Because her answer
That's
is
exactly
cooing.
what
Would you
I
say
did.
it's not a coup?
I don't know what it is.
like
to
I know
coup.
it works. I know that he loves me. I never know that was a thing, but I just thought I sound like him.
What's your
He likes
blinking
me.
situation with Kyle?
I'm pretty stone cold, Bradley.
No blinking, exactly.
She has
He appreciates
never
that. He
blinked.
loves that.
Yeah, I am going to
way you're
go
staring me down.
with cooing.
You're
Thank
going to
you.
go
Exactly.
with cooing.
correct
It
answer.
may surprise you to no end
It-
to discover that cats use a gentle, slow blink as a friendly signal. Scientists,
That was you!
You did?
Scientists have actually tested it in controlled
We know.
experiments. Humans who narrowed their eyes and performed a slow blink were more likely to get a slow blink response from cats, and unfamiliar cats were more likely to approach the human after that interaction, suggesting slow blinking acts like a feline I come in peace signal you can use to build rapport.
Also known
Can
as
we
kitty
go back and
kisses.
cut out that I went "Prow" on this, please? Can we?
No, this is an audio
And that's why
format.
the male cat
It was
wants to cut
perfect.
her out.
Well, that is it. This is the end of the very first episode of Gaslighters. That is one in the books. And today's winner is Cherish. Cherish, we are proud to announce that you have won as a gift from the show. We have prepaid for 6 months of service on that burner phone your partner keeps in their underwear drawer. Yes. And we want to say thank you to everyone for listening. Please check us out on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also go to gaslighterpodcast.com to sign up for our mailing list and find out about our live shows. You can get behind-the-scenes footage and even some extended episodes. I mean, if Pope Leo XVI can subscribe, you can too. And I leave you with the immortal words of Sir Winston Churchill: to lie is boldly human. To be believed while doing it, that is greatness. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.